What is up? What is up? What is going on? God damn. Man, we made it back another day, another 10 cents. Shout out to everybody out there. Shout out to No Compromise, man. That's my nigga. Shout out to everybody out there. Tasha, Tamisha, 006. Screwhead. Y'all niggas already know what it is. Shawnee, Philly in the building. I'm already shout y'all out. Erica, Florida. Stand up. Anyway, man, hey, Erica, I am definitely reading this Grandmother's Hand. It's starting to get a little better, though. I'm starting to like a lot of the different perspectives. I like how in the book, the author references Dr. Joy DeGruy, and a lot of their perspective comes off that book. So shout out to everybody out there reading. You know what I'm saying? If you don't do nothing but read 5 pages a day, read that. That's how I started. I started reading 5 pages a day. And it went from 10, then to 20. Then once I got to 20 pages a day, that's when I was like, all right. Then I think I got up to probably about 200 or 300 pages a day. That's when I wasn't doing shit, but just reading. But man, shout out to everybody out there that's on their game and doing what they need to do. Shout out to everybody at the Court Plantation. If you're trying to make that money, man, go ahead and do it, man. Make that money, man. But anyway, shout out to all you people at the Court Plantation right now, telling on some goddamn body, because I know that's what the fuck y'all niggas is doing. Just straight selling out. But anyway, man, we gonna get into it today. This one is definitely not gonna be long because, like I said, I got other shit to do, other things to get into. But we are definitely gonna talk about. I've done a podcast on the main person, Ghislaine Maxwell. I've done like 10 podcasts on this bitch, and I keep talking about her. And I've been talking about Ghislaine Maxwell for I don't know how long. Now it's come to pass. Now you got all these other people. We're going to get into it. We're going to get into it, man. But look, if you're begging, you're not doing what you're supposed to do, then you got to get the fuck away from me. Have your own purpose, and it's time to handle business. Let's get into it. Hey. Man, did y'all, man, look, let me tell y'all something, man. Let me tell you something. What did I say when everybody was jumping down R. Kelly's throat. Not saying that what R. Kelly did was okay and justified. What I am saying and what I'm gonna keep saying is this: why did everybody have the backing and the public knowledge of going after R. Kelly, but Ghislaine Maxwell is an accomplice as well? So they should hit her on the RICO charges like they did R. Kelly and drain her bank account dry. She shouldn't even be able to do nothing either. I've been talking about this and talking about this and talking about this. You know, let me tell you something. Like I said, man, I found it very disheartening when I went to support a black business and there was so many black people having so much negative bullshit to say. Oh, this isn't down south because I'm down south. I want to jump through that phone and tell them motherfuckers, then take your bitch ass to down south then. You out here in Vegas right now. If you don't like what you don't like, then go on about your business. You ain't got to tear up somebody else's business to do that. But when it comes to dealing with the dominant society, where's all this energy at? Where's ugly Tyrannosaurus Burke? Where the fuck is King Cooper at? With her ugly ass. Why is she not on the front line surviving Ghislaine Maxwell? Where the fuck are all these other people that took pleasure in going after R. Kelly? Why are they not standing with the victims of Jeffrey Epstein and Ghislaine Maxwell and all those other people that were participating parties like Bill Clinton, Bill Gates? Let's see. Oh, and there's some CEOs that have been resigning too. CFOs, like the CFO of Walmart. I wonder why they just all of a sudden, because niggas know what's about to happen. See, this is something that you can't hide. This is, niggas know what's about to happen. But they had Bill Clinton speaking at the DNC. I mean, he's speaking. But they had a picture of him with the bitch underage getting a fucking a massage, a back massage. But they didn't say shit about Bill Clinton. But R. Kelly, what did they do? This is why I keep bringing this shit up. But what did they do with R. Kelly? So I want y'all to know this. No compromise, Tasha. Look, I'm gonna use the correlation effect on it. When you're watching melanated people, brothers and sisters, foundational black Americans or non-foundational, it don't matter. When you're watching us and they take a specific type of pride in going after each other, just stand back and watch them. Don't say nothing to them. Don't co-sign nothing, even if you don't like the other person. Just watch them. Just look at them. Watch how uncomfortable they become when you are not in alignment with that way of thinking. And when I mean in alignment, like just going after your brother's sister. I was at this this basketball game. It's like a little high school tournament or some shit. And the young brother, you know, hanging and clowning and magging and hanging and chilling with his homeboys and stuff. So this sister, he was looking over there for something. And I was right by him. I watched him. And he just looked. He was just trying to see who shit it was. And he went back to what he's doing. This sister went out of her way. You trying to steal my stuff. I'm like, and as I'm watching this shit, I'm just looking at this sister and I'm like, you don't like yourself and you have a problem. Because why are you acting a fool? That was one. Then she went to go get somebody white. And that's when I really started saying, like Cassie, we got a long way to go. Shit. I said, I ain't never seen that in my life. Like, you know, it's like, God damn, man, what are you doing? And the white dude was just looking at them both. The white guy is refereeing two niggas. Now the youngster, he's a youngster. So he was just kind of like, man, you got me fucked up, man. Don't be accusing me of stealing. And I'm not going nowhere. I didn't steal anything. But instead of her just saying, hey, can you stay out of this? And then what I wanted to do, as I'm assessing the situation, I wanted to say, if the niggas didn't steal 150 racks from you, $250,000, what the fuck are you sitting up here raising all types of Cain and hell about some simple Simon ass shit? And I'm looking, and then I'm looking like, yeah, you definitely, you're a mammy, and you feel like your day is not complete unless you use your authority over other black people. Because I'm gonna tell you this right now. Most black people that get a kick out of going after other black people at these corporate plantations or in some type of an infrastructure, they have no self-esteem, no self-worth. They don't know who they are. They don't know where they're going. They are drinking a blue pill smoothie every day with a little bit of celery and a little bit of kale and everything in there. That's what they're doing. And you would say, well, Warren, why do you say that? And the reason why I'm saying that is because why is not every single black folk in the United States of America Incorporated not going in about this Ghislaine Maxwell, not march, whining, and repeating? Not where are all the senators and all the people in high positions of power that are like, hey man, this is a travesty right here. Like, y'all was doing a lot. Like, we got a whole bunch of people out here that are coming forward saying that a lot of you wealthy motherfuckers was doing what the fuck what y'all wanted to do. And that ain't cool. But we will go out of our way to do a documentary on surviving R. Kelly. But everybody had no problem singing this man's music and stepping in the goddamn name of love when they knew he was doing that shit then. That's what my problem is. And instead of taking a nigga out back and removing him from the public and chastising him privately, no. You want to get the backing of the dominant society and chastise him publicly. But with Ghislaine Maxwell, we don't know what's going on. That's why that pilot is throwing everybody under the bus. Oh, well, Bill Clinton was on the bus, was on the plane. Why are they not subpoenaing Bill Clinton and Bill Gates and all these other high-profile motherfuckers that are a part of the system of racism, white supremacy, and not trying to establish the system of justice, but trying to maintain the system? This is what I mean by niggas need to keep that same energy and stop with the fucking fighting and arguing with each other. That shit is disgusting. I was this close to being like, my brother, man, just, my sister, is there anything I can help you with? You know what I mean? I almost would have said, hey man, is my cousin bothering you? What's going on? Oh, I was just gonna pretend like I was related to the young brother because the young brother had a valid point. He like, damn, why you accusing me of stealing? I was just looking over there. And then what kind of made me laugh, he was like, I don't want your bullshit, no way. And it's just like, we ain't never had anything for the most part because we've been in bondage and under the rule and leadership of the dominant, wicked white society. So we don't even know that we are responsible for civilization. We don't know any of that stuff. You know what I'm saying? And as I'm watching this shit, I'm just like, you got Jeffrey Epstein allegedly dead, and you got all his accomplices. Why are they not going after these people? It's just like the Kyle Rittenhouse case. That judge was pro Kyle Rittenhouse. Everybody was in there. Even the prosecution, it almost seemed too much of theater. Because my thing is, if it's that bad, then why don't you call people to come out there and be protesting and be like, hey man, what the fuck is this shit? Fuck that court of law. This is some shit that the dominant society made up, and they will change the goalposts. And if you got bread, they will just put it on your head and make the shit go away. But R. Kelly, they squeezed the money out of him where he can't even defend himself. And they just attacked his money. But Ghislaine Maxwell's walking around here acting like she don't want to say shit. And it's like, well, bitch, you know you got the keys. She just don't say nothing because she don't want shit to happen to her. But we already know what's going on because that pilot had already told on a lot of you motherfuckers. So all your good talking shit about R. Kelly, but you got Bill Clinton on your wall at home. I don't want to hear that shit. Because I know R. Kelly was stealing pussy. That nigga was stealing pussy in the White House. So I already know what the fuck he was doing. And all the rest of them. So I don't want to hear this shit. Just like when I always show this book. I always show this book a lot. It's called The Negro Project. Very, very good book. I show this because this was Hillary Clinton's hero, Margaret Sanger, who wanted to exterminate black folk. That was Hillary Clinton's. That was our hero, Margaret Sanger, and that was an ugly bitch too, wasn't she? God damn, looked like somebody's great grandmother. And she probably was 20 years old on that picture. God damn. But anyway, I'm just saying, where's all this vitriolic feeling towards Ghislaine Maxwell and all these other motherfuckers? If you notice, you can't never, ever, ever pinpoint any political person, nobody, and get them against the corner and say, hey man, why is nobody talking about Ghislaine Maxwell, who was in cahoots with Jeffrey Epstein? Why are we not bringing up RICO charges on them? Because just like Matt Gaetz, y'all forgot about Matt Gaetz. I talked about Matt Gaetz too. Matt Gaetz was fucking bitches, young bitches too. And then that motherfucker flipped on him and told on him. He still denying it. Like, shit, that wasn't me. Man, stop. Let me tell you something. A lot of times, the dominant society and everybody else will sit back and watch and see how we treat each other. And then they'll go from there. And they'll watch how you move at the dominant society within your own society of people. You know what I'm saying? So if there's a group of black folk, they watch it. So they want to see, does he have Sambo behavior, or is she a mammy? You know what I mean? And this is no diss to nobody. A lot of times, some people don't even know they're being a mammy. Like I said, I've been on court plantation jobs where motherfuckers trying to tell me, hey man, you know, that's the big such. And these motherfuckers they gotta put on their drawers and they gotta shit just like me. Nigga, I'm not finna be saying, be quiet. Like, nah, man, it ain't that deep. See, normally what I do is, if I'm not questioning something, I'm just quiet. Because the more quiet and introverted you become, the more uncomfortable they are. And it's so funny because they play these games all the time where they go out of their way to have these uncomfortable conversations with you, which are not comfortable for them. And your reaction will be based on, as my grandmother's hands, their body language. You know, their white body language. Like I told you, there was one time I was like, man, what do you think about Colin Kaepernick? I said, I couldn't tell you because I don't watch football. I work too much for that. When I get home, I don't really care too much about entertainment in that aspect. Like the Laker games, all that been going on. Look, let me tell you something. Call me when LeBron James is paying y'all goddamn power bill, light bill, gas bill, trash bill, and sewer bill. Now, I know it's entertainment, but we need to understand this is controlled entertainment. This is the Matrix. Like I said, I've said it before, man, the Lakers wasn't even going to make the playoffs, so they said, well, we're going to have a play-in to the tournament. So that should tell you how they doing shit. We need to understand the rules and what the fuck is going on. Yeah, I'm going to play just a little bit to see what they talk about on CNN, because you know they won't talk. And then that, what's the brother name? Andrew Cuomo. Or his brother, that motherfucker's in trouble too. Yeah, because he was covering it up. What you think these people gonna do? They gonna cover up whatever they can for their people. I'm just waiting to see when we gonna do that for our people. We didn't want to do it for fucking Bill Cosby. I never seen so many people flip. And then was it Temple University talking about they denounced him? Well, nigga, give him his motherfucking money back then. All you colleges that want to step away from Bill Cosby, fuck y'all. Then give the money back. And you ain't no goddamn HBCU anyway. How your HBCU gonna be fucking Spelman, and that's named after Rockefeller's goddamn wife, who are white supremacists? Stop. But anyway, let's see what they got to say. Let me see if it'll play. Nah, I ain't playing no commercials. But yeah, man, while these commercials getting through. But yeah, man, I see all this shit. I'm like, well, we want to fight each other at all costs. Some of the times I be dying laughing. I even look at shit like Jada Pinkett Smith, like, bitch, what is wrong with you? Yeah, you lucky Tupac ain't alive, because he be calling you all kinds of whole bitches. Bitch, what the fuck is your problem? And why is you up here trying to embarrass this nigga like that? Because you not happy with yourself. Well, that's nigga's self-esteem. Esteem of your motherfucking self. I want to hear that shit. Red table talk my ass.
What do we know about some of the witnesses prosecutors are expected to call? I mean, that defense argument isn't completely off base. There are a lot of men, deviants, predators, pedophiles who have not been charged with anything.
And
yeah,
why
that's right.
is that?
We're supposed to hear from 4 of these alleged accusers who are going to detail how they met up with Ghislaine Maxwell, what was their interactions with them, what they did when they spent time with.
Y'all about to start seeing a whole bunch of people start resigning. Go look up the CFO of Walmart. You're about to see people all over the United States, all over the world, but especially the United States. If they know that they can get charged for some shit, they're out of the country and they're going to a place with political asylum or something where they don't have to come back here no more. Y'all about to start seeing a lot of that shit. Watch. You're just going to start seeing random people resigning and all this other shit. You'll see.
Her. And then also, of course, I'm sure we'll learn about what did happen behind those closed doors in all those houses with Jeffrey Epstein. And yeah, the defense is trying to say that Ghislaine Maxwell was a victim herself. So we'll be hearing on.
Bitch, you was not no victim. You was fucking them bitches too. And doing that shit too. Y'all niggas was all in cahoots together. Now, it's so funny. She can claim victim, right? But why is it none of those security and the people with R. Kelly, they can claim victim? They hit them on some RICO shit. Oh, you trafficking people. It's like, well, what the fuck you mean? And man, I'm a victim too. I'm just trying to do my job. Man, that was 30 years ago. Sorry, you're a nigger. Guilty. So I don't give a fuck. Hey man, but what about Ghislaine Maxwell? That's different. She's not a nigger. So that's basically what you're saying. Because how you gonna claim you the victim? You're a grown-ass woman. Stop playing the fucking games. These bitches done already came out and said, bitch, you was the main one reeling them in for this motherfucker. Stop.
Right now, the prosecution from these women, but also their family members, how it affected them, these years of alleged abuse, and also members of the staff who the government says knew very well what was going on and were told to be quiet about it. Look away, don't say anything, don't talk about it, according to Ghislaine Maxwell giving these instructions. So again, we are expected to hear a lot, not only about Ghislaine Maxwell's involvement, but more about these alleged occurrences that were happening behind closed doors at the hand of Jeffrey Epstein as well.
Uh-huh. Exactly. Just like that school shooting that they had, I think it was in Michigan. Now, if it's a nigga, it's going to be all over the news. If it's a nigga. But if it's a white motherfucker, oh, man, they going to be like, oh, we can't release his name. Watch. Because I was looking at that shit, too. I'm like, okay, well, then why the fuck are they not saying who it is? Why are they not saying that? Oh, suspect was apprehended without incident. Oh, so it must have been a white person. Because there wasn't no nigga. Because they not apprehending no nigga. No, stop. They just shot and killed that motherfucker. Stop. But for the most part, niggas don't go up in school shooting anyway. So I don't want to hear that shit. But motherfuckers want to say we violent. Man, get the fuck out of here. Tell me who the fuck the victim was. Here, let me see if I can get some audio on this too. We're going to see what we can get from this too. Because tell me who the fuck it was.
He's giving us new information now. They had previously said that there were a number of injuries from a school shooting earlier this afternoon. They are now saying that 3 people were killed in the shooting at Oxford High School, all 3 believed to be students. Another 6 people injured in the shootings. At least one of the 6 appears to have been a teacher. Authorities giving this update just a few minutes ago. Let's listen in.
Deputies took a suspect into custody within.
I just want to know if the shooter was white or black. That's all I want to know. All this other shit, y'all stalling. So if y'all not telling us who the shooter is, must be white.
5 minutes to the original 911 call. They recovered a handgun from the suspect. The suspect fired multiple shots. There's multiple victims. It's unfortunate that I have to report that we have 3 deceased victims right now who are all believed to be students. We have 6 others that were shot. 1 was a school teacher. They're all at local hospitals being treated for various injuries.
You heard officials say there that they did take the suspected shooter into custody and recover a handgun. They have also said that they don't believe that there are any additional shooters. We will be getting more updates, of course, on the extent of the injuries and more information about the people who were injured. Again, those 3 people who were shot and killed, all believed to be students at this high school. The shots ringing out just before 1 o'clock local time. Authorities saying they received more than 100 911 calls from the school building, responding within about 5 minutes to take that shooter into custody. A devastating afternoon there. More information still coming. We should.
Well, what's the information on what he is? Because when it's a nigga, they tell us the ethnicity and all that shit. They can tell you how many dollars he had in his fucking left back pocket, and if he had quarters in his front back pocket. They can tell you all this unnecessary shit about a nigga. But when it's white person, oh, we're still getting facts. Man, get the fuck out of here, man.
Be getting another update from officials later this afternoon.
Just horrible, Alex. I mean, when you did your last hit a few minutes ago for us, I was taking some cold comfort that there weren't any kids killed, and now there are 3, it looks like, students.
Well, bitch, what is you watching? They just said it was a high school shooting. You didn't think it was going to be no kids got shot? Man, stop.
Who have been killed. Do we know about the suspect, a student?
We are not getting in any.
What did I just tell you? We don't know nothing about the suspect. But y'all apprehended the suspect. We don't know nothing. We don't know no color. We don't know nothing. Man, get the fuck out of here.
information on the identity of the suspected shooter. Just the fact, though, that they had gone in, detained this person. They had done another sweep to see if they could find anyone else who had been injured. They had also ruled out pretty quickly, it seemed, that they were not looking for anyone else. That is probably based on the reports that they were hearing from people inside the building. You know, when we last talked, we were saying that they had moved quickly to evacuate students, but they were going through again to make sure that no one had been left behind. We'll be hearing a lot more in the coming hours and days about the possible motive, the possible relationships, the...
All right, man, that's it, man. They stalled. I don't want to hear that shit, man. But I'm just saying, man, y'all better watch this shit. The unhidden hand. The hidden hand. For real. Because we don't know. We don't know why that shooting took place. That's one. You know, and you know, I would say our thoughts and prayers should go to the victims if, you know, whatever it is. But I can tell you this, though. If it would have been a nigga, he'd have been all over the news. I don't care if he'd been 14. He could have been 10 years old. They'd had him all over the news. Oh, this motherfucker right here that shot up everybody. So I don't want to hear that shit. That's one. Two, I just challenge everybody. Ghislaine Maxwell, right, is just like the accomplices with R. Kelly. Why are they being charged differently from Ghislaine? You was all flying these motherfucking underage kids around and doing what the fuck y'all was doing, taking them to islands and playing all this other shit, the pedophile island and all this other shit. This is what I mean about going after the Harvey Weinsteins of the world and all these motherfuckers that are the real bad guys with the real power and real resources. This is the problem. This is what I mean about y'all need to stop giving the dominant society stop giving them the benefit of a doubt that they have a moral compass. They don't have a moral compass. Because if that's the case, let me tell you something. If that's the case, the wealthiest men in the United States of America Incorporated, all of them wouldn't be white. Stop. All of them would not be white. That's just something I wanted to leave with you. But hey, man, I appreciate everybody listening, subscribing. Like I said before, keep that same energy. So go bring me Tyrannosaurus Burke's ugly looking ass and bring her ass back looking like fucking KRS-One and goddamn an alligator had a baby. Bring that ugly bitch back up and be like, hey man, why you not going hard at these people? You was going hard at R. Kelly like shit. You was mad he ain't want to fuck. But you going hard on R. Kelly, but you're not going hard on Ghislaine Maxwell. This is what I mean. Remember that. So when a motherfucker get to talking that shit about R. Kelly, be like, hey man, hold on. Cause I don't see y'all see that energy with motherfucking Harvey Weinstein. I didn't see that energy with all these other motherfuckers. But y'all want to use this platform to go at a black person. No value in each other, no value in ourselves, and we view ourselves as competition and not as teammates. Hey man, I already went over like 3 minutes. Y'all know what it is. Y'all know what it ain't. No compromise. Shawnee, Eric, Katasha, you already know what it is. Listen to me while you at the job. Makes more sense then. Hey man, I fuck with all y'all niggas. And if a nigga up here talking this, man, but you know, but Ghislaine Maxwell, they got money though. So you know, man, Sambo, get the fuck out my face. Guilty nigga, and I don't fuck with you. And you can keep your bitch ass away from me with that bullshit. Keep that same energy with all these other motherfuckers, man. I'm out. Peace.